Okay, breaking news. Breaking news.
Breaking news.
KWV brandy. You've seen the white guys in the clubs, bro.
Yeah.
When the brandy hits, they are looking. Put it down. And exactly. Next thing you're smelling like watermelon. 40,000 rand for shoes. No.
Bro, that's not even expensive.
There's a certain type of technology that the Teslas have got to get right if they want to be in South Africa, and that's the quantum.
The quantum.
Yeah, give me all your attention. One time for the misfits. Through the doors open on the highway. I promise you don't want to miss this.
I want you to educate me.
I don't know enough. Because this is a touchy one.
All right.
Let's go. Yeah, beautiful day. Great weather. We're back. We're back.
Mic check, audio. Okay, breaking news. Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Oscar Pistorius has been granted parole. He's out 5 January 2024.
Oh, is he coming out now?
5 January 2024. He's out. How many years has it been now?
I don't know.
It's been a couple. It's been a couple of years, but we always, that's the thing with what happened with Oscar Pistorius, is that we get reminded of it every Valentine's Day, bro.
Yo. It was brutal though, eh?
Every Valentine's Day we get reminded. I remember I was watching those cases. You know, Barry Roo and Harry Nell. We get, yeah, it was sad. Because it was one of those things where you don't know, did he do it? Didn't he do it? What was the reason? We know the fact is someone died.
Yeah. Brutally as well.
Yeah, but we don't know. I mean, we're not a fly on the wall there. We're not there. So
5th of Jan, he's free.
5 Jan. So he's going to celebrate New Year's for the last time in prison, and then I think he's out 5 Jan. Out.
Bro, it's crazy how like sometimes oaks like this just get to roam and walk out free.
I know. I mean, if it was your daughter.
Yeah.
Well, Riva's father has passed away as well, though.
Has he?
Yes.
Oh, hectic.
So.
And Riva was quite a popular somebody as well.
She was. And hey,
Tropica Island. And she was a very pretty young lady.
Exactly.
Well, that doesn't condone.
No, of course. Yeah. I mean, you know.
Regardless.
It's funny how it works though. The I don't want to call it the system, but the trends. Like,
yeah, sure.
We literally in a GBV time now.
Yeah.
You know, in terms of the activisms, 16 days of activism. We in that time. We're seeing this. We saw that in the Western Cape. There was a GBV situation.
Right?
There were two.
The one there's been so many like brutal incidents. The one where that guy stabbed his girlfriend.
Exactly.
Because a guy led him. I think that's what I read initially. A guy led his girlfriend in a race. Yeah. And then he got upset.
You see now.
Stabbed her multiple times. And she was on the floor, lifeless basically. But she was finished.
But what is social media doing? Because it happens throughout the year.
Well, there's a page on social media.
Okay.
That it's grown a lot, and it's the saddest thing. I followed it for a while, and I just unfollowed after some time.
What's the page called?
I'll have to find it again. But
and what do they do? Do they just post victims?
They post victims, bro. And the other day, there was one that popped up, and it was I think it was like a 10-year-old girl was shot dead.
Yes.
But they basically post. I actually should get the name of it just now. They try to keep people aware, the awareness, you know.
The awareness.
They're trying to push awareness of like females who are being murdered, raped, killed constantly. And the shocking thing is, there's not a day that those people don't post.
So that means every day something's
happening.
Okay, so the point is awareness. Right?
Sure.
Why does it still happen? Why is it still continuing? It just happened. It's still happening even though you're aware of it.
I don't know. I think So do you remember during COVID
Yeah.
where they had that alcohol ban,
Yes.
right? Do you know that lots of, obviously these people become patients some of the time, and they're in the ER. So one of my mates was working, I think he was in Joburg at Barra, and on New Year's Day, the ER was empty.
Oh.
And because it's normally packed.
Yeah.
And he said for a while it was always quiet. So I feel like there's a big correlation with alcohol abuse and violence in South Africa.
Well, bro, KWV brandy. You've seen the white guys in the clubs, bro.
Yeah.
When the brandy hits, they are looking.
They're looking to fight.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a brown boy and you pull up with a white tongue.
You know what I mean? Then you're a
It's
target,
late.
bro. You're a target.
You in.
And then so every race has got their alcohol.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brandewyn is for the white guys.
Clippies.
Yes,
Clippies.
the brandy.
Yeah. Black label.
Okay. Now what do the black guys get?
Black label.
Black label.
Black guys like black
hey,
label.
bro, I've seen bottles, breaking on
yeah.
people's heads, yeah?
Yeah, I've seen
and
that.
the colored guys? 1818. Straight up. That's my...
Hubley pipe.
No, bro.
Have you seen those color guys who put Hubleys in their backpacks?
Yeah.
Remember at Boston?
There's always a place
There's
to set
always
the
one, bro.
Hey, pull a pipe there.
Put a pipe.
Yeah.
And the pipes are getting creative now, hey?
Yeah, you see now.
I've seen this one that's like convertible. It's like a flat box, bro. It's like that big. It's like a lunch box. It's like a little lunch box. Have you seen that, eh?
No.
Oh.
But they...
It's technological because you can pack a few.
Don't they have there's also the ones where you're cooking the coals.
Yeah, they all have coal. Now,
yeah.
this one's like a little flat plate stove, boy. The coal's here and the pipes are in on the side there. And they bring this thing to your table like it's. I thought it was to wash your hands because I saw water in the Tupperware. But they just plugged the pipes in, bro.
Let's go.
And the boy started smoking. I said, okay. Moving different.
You know, people are getting really sick from Hubley.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
there were these 5 chicks in America that
I saw
the
that.
carbon monoxide poisoning.
Yes,
eh?
yes. But then what's the difference between that and vaping and then smoking?
Hey, I just think the thing that I think people avoid now with smoking is the smell.
Yeah.
And now smoking's been painted very bad. I mean, cigarettes. I'm saying cigarettes.
Yes,
here,
yes,
has been
yes.
painted very badly with vaping. And I mean, how many people vape now?
I know, but what's happening with vaping now is that there's these things on Netflix now and stuff like that
Yeah.
that's making vaping look like satanistic.
Yo.
It's hell.
It's hell.
But it used to be bloody the Hubley as well. Was like that.
Hubley was rocked first
Yeah.
at the start. And now they're onto the vapes, bro.
But here's my fear about vapes. Okay,
Yeah.
let me tell you.
Yeah.
There's not enough research
Yes.
to back that it is healthier than
cigarettes.
Yeah. So I look at vaping like plant-based smoking. Like
What do you mean?
It's like vegan smoking.
vegan smokers.
You know what I mean?
Smoking lights.
It's like smoking
Smoking
lights.
lights.
Like you're vegetarian and stuff like that.
Gluten-free.
So
Yeah.
I don't know.
But more people vape nowadays
Yeah, it's on the
than
rise.
smoke,
Yes.
from what I've seen.
Yes, but the problem is it's the youngsters now.
Yeah.
It's easily accessible
Yeah.
to vape, and they also hit and there's not a lot of smoke, and obviously you smell like
They're doing it in
cherries.
class in grade
Exactly.
7,
So
boy.
it's a quick
grade 7s.
put it
on
down,
the
and
vapes.
exactly. Next thing you're smelling like watermelon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Watermelon.
You're
But the
smelling
flavors
nice.
are elaborate, eh?
Exactly.
Like you get gummy berry juice pops.
Exactly.
But now that's the problem.
The
You know,
youngsters.
when you watch all these old school movies and there's like these mafia guys and they're smoking cigars and cigarettes,
It looks cool.
it looks cool.
It looks cool.
Now movies coming up in the future, the boys going to be vaping.
Oh, bro, electronic. I don't know.
Because everything's going their way.
I don't know.
Talking about electronic devices,
Yeah.
Congo is apparently going through some hectic stuff as well because they mine cobalt. I think that's what it's called.
Is that where that's coming from with
Yes.
the Apple devices?
and the e-cigarettes.
Okay.
That's where those batteries, it's a major component for those devices.
So what are they saying?
So there's like a war happening there, apparently. I've been seeing it on social media.
Yo.
The world's in a very weird place right now.
Here's my theory.
Right.
Okay? People are always saying, hey, we are in financial difficult times and stuff like that.
Sure.
But every time we will look back in terms of hindsight. Let's go history. You go back 1970s, 1980s. We would say, hey, they had it better off financially. But then when you are physically in that time, you think, hey, bro, financial problems right now. You know, tough economic times. It happens every single. I don't know. It's a cycle. Where we're like, hey, recession. You look back, there was a recession. You look back, there was a recession. Is it worse off? I don't know. So my question to you is, are you buying the house? Because 10 years ago, we would have said, hey, the interest rate's high.
No, sure.
In that, if you're living in that moment. Now, yes, it's sitting at 11.75 prime.
Yeah.
But is it going to get higher? Is it going to get lower? We don't know. Next thing is going to be sitting at 20% 15 years from now. Sure. Are we buying the house or not?
Because there was a stat that I was reading and it said, I think something close to like 90% of the millennial generation aren't homeowners yet.
We're not. We can't.
We're renters.
We can't buy it. We can't,
renters.
bro. We
We're
can't.
Renters. Airbnbs.
Because
it's tight.
Hey, nah, bro.
Because how many people do you know in your, let's say, close circle, like today when you were talking about, I know the 4 members of,
Yeah.
Like how many people from that close knit of yours own a home that are young, like under 30 and under?
I know 30 and under. Well, I'm the youngest of that group.
Okay, let's say 30, 35.
I would say I'd only know about 2 or 3 people
that own a home.
That actually will. There's a difference between
they're
owning.
Paying a bond for a home.
So they're paying the bond.
Yes.
Because you only owe it when they're 55. Or whatever.
Which is crazy.
It's
you work your whole life. You work your whole life to pay for a home, right?
Yeah.
And then you get old in that home. And then you die.
Yeah, but look, bro, buying a house is not
short term.
A good financial decision if you want to use it for investing. No, it's not. But at the same time, it's a nice thing to have,
But why? Why has it become a staple? Like get married, buy a home, work hard, work a 7 to 7 or whatever, 9 to 5, what they call it. Why is that viewed as a safe and a good thing? Why not just rent, work a job that pays the bills, and not get married? Why?
Yeah. Okay, I don't know about the not get married part. I mean, you know what I mean.
Okay, but I'm just saying. Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, look, I've always been under the view of, hey, bro, buying a house, you're paying a bond, it's so expensive versus if you're renting. I'm with that. But at the same time, when you have a kid, you're like, hey, do you want to be moving up and down?
Renters,
you can't really do what you want with the house you live in.
Sure.
The kid's going to be unsettled. So I think if I had to buy a house, it would be a matter of, okay, it's not going to make financial sense, but my kid's got a place to play. He can draw on the walls, that kind of stuff. So it's more like, okay, it's your property where you can do what you want, you can make renovations, but it's a silly purchase. But for me, it's like you don't need an iPhone 13. But if you can afford it, and you want the thing, you buy it. Otherwise, you can have an iPhone 8.
Yeah.
Or you can have a Nokia. You know what I mean? You don't need those. There's a lot of things you don't need that you want. So if you want and you can afford it,
what do you think is the basic cost of an iPhone? Because what are they, $1,000 now?
Every year they sell them for $1,000. $1,000 every year.
But what do you think it costs the company Apple to manufacture? What's the price?
There you mentioning the cobalt and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So I reckon.
But remember, like lots of countries like get things from Africa, for a fraction of the price. Bro.
Africa's got so many resources. I think if they're able to sell an Apple iPhone every year for $1,000, that new model for $1,000,
It costs under 80.
then it must.
$80.
I reckon 100.
I think even
100,
less,
bro.
I think even less.
I don't know.
Then surely you know these numbers.
No, you can't Google the cost of.
No, but like there's people who have better approximates.
Yeah. But I'm sure it's a secret recipe for them. It's a KFC secret recipe.
Oh, that's a hectic one to think about actually. So can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
If you could commit a crime, right? If I say to you, Chucks, you can commit a crime, but you won't be judged for the crime, and nothing will happen to you. You won't be sentenced. You won't have a court hearing. You just do the crime without doing the time. What would you do?
If I could commit a crime.
Yeah. What would you do?
Okay.
I feel like you're a villain though.
No, okay.
From that last chat you had about the money with your son and the savings that's exploded.
Hey, people came for me there.
They came for you. What crime would you commit?
If I could commit a crime and not be sentenced or charged for it.
Yeah.
It's going to be around money.
It has to be around money.
It has to be around money.
It has to.
Okay, sorry. I don't like asking questions after the question, but how much time do I have?
Barrel.
How much time do I have?
A day. Okay, no, let's give you more time. You have as much time as you want, but you can only commit one crime, like one thing. If it's like, I'm going to hijack a car, that's the crime. You get what I'm saying? It's just one thing. I know mine.
What is yours? I don't know, bro.
I would walk into a bank. I would take suitcases. I would ask them to empty everything into my bag. And I'll walk out because it's not a crime. But you can't do anything to me.
But you know,
I'm here to commit.
You know, the banks don't have the cash anymore.
No, I'll go to a vault.
You're gonna have to go to the CIT boys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just say, guys, here's it. Fill it in. That's it. Because it's not a crime. You're not going to shoot me. It's just a common exchange. Now I'm just saying, there we go. That's it. That's all I want. Simple.
If I'm committing a crime,
yeah,
I'm going to go steal a lot of gold.
A lot of gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get the gold bars.
Put the gold bars in the car, in a big van, and just stack them. That's it. Don't judge me there, but that's what I'm doing.
That's a nice one.
Yeah.
Because gold always holds value.
Yeah. The manipulation of the rand.
Yeah. Yeah, currently, eh?
Some banks have been charged for that, no?
It was during Zuma's reign, am I right?
Yeah.
But I'm saying it started back during Zuma's reign where they said we're going to junk status, all of that, am I right?
Yes.
But it's been manipulated and yeah. And all the banks are just being fined, am I right?
Yes.
They're just being fined. But isn't that much bigger than just a fine?
I think, these guys in currencies, they always talk about the big banks.
Yeah.
They always talk about how the big banks manipulate the currencies.
Sure.
Where they will sometimes collude or because they hold so much value, they are able to, I don't want to use the word export, but they basically buy other currencies. And if they do that, obviously, if you buy it in volume, you will increase that currency and weaken your one, or if so I'm not surprised that they're doing that.
Yeah.
But I am surprised at the consequences. Oh, it's a fine.
It's a fine.
You know how much
money
money
they just fined the guys, eh?
You know how much money banks make, bro? You know how much money banks make?
Trillions.
You've seen that image of a bank and a loan.
Yeah.
You've seen it.
Yeah, but I've worked at a bank as well.
Yeah, so exactly.
And it's
there's
crazy.
lots of money, bruh.
But there's a lot of people who work at a bank, bro.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
Pingwell used to work in a bank.
Penyo used to work at a bank as well.
Yes.
I worked at a bank. Yo.
Yeah, bro.
But the thing is, I was going to say something, but next time.
Some banks even, I mean, the reason why we didn't have Springbok jerseys.
Yeah.
Because they were offered to corporates.
Corporates made, well, Nike made deals with corporates to mass purchase.
And now we don't get now us plebs,
Did you get one?
I didn't get one, bro.
Same.
I don't have a Springbok jersey.
That was actually quite disappointing.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Like, but also make some more. Why couldn't they make some more?
Hey, that would never happen to another country, bro.
High demand.
They bully us, bro.
High demand, bro.
We would have how many more jersey sales would there be? Because there were other brands that made similar looking Springbok jerseys.
Yes.
I'm not going to
probably made
they made a lot of sales because people were just wanting to wear green and gold.
On the side of the road, the fake ones.
Yes,
they were selling them for
$500.
$500. $500.
Yeah, I saw that.
For a fake one.
I was tempted, but I can't buy for that.
Yeah, no, bro, you can't.
Oh, you're putting it now. You coming home. You're giving it to your kid the Springboks. Yeah.
What about one wash and
jumping
the
wrong
Nike
way
starts doing this now,
and the Springbok just dies.
Exactly.
It's finished.
Exactly, bro.
Have you? What is your say though? While we're having this chat on, because you know I collect sneakers, right? Okay. Right. Okay. Yes. What is your take on buying a fake pair of expensive clothing or shoes?
When I went to buy,
the souks,
the guy in the taxi, there was a guy in a taxi who said, "Are you guys looking for luxury stuff? Like high end stuff?" So it's like, so I'm like, I want to see this. I want to see this thing. So there he takes you to somewhere in town. I don't know any of the names.
It's called the souks. It's called the souks. Yeah.
And bro, you go into this like closet, walk-in closet, and you see these Dolce & Gabbana
glasses, watches, Rolexes.
And the guy, so because I don't own any of the stuff, I don't know if it's like real deal or not. But the way it's packaged,
it's looking real.
It looks real, bro. It looks real. So I was like, flip. So to answer your question, yeah.
Would you?
I would.
Would you?
Yeah. Would I buy a fake Rolex?
Yeah. Because buying a Rolex, that takes away.
Dude, but you see,
takes it away though.
If you like certain brands, I think you're gonna buy if you got a passion for it, like your sneakers, you're not gonna buy fake ones.
No.
Unless you're trying to be someone you're not.
Because if you truly collect sneakers, right?
Yeah.
Your whole belief is getting a rare pair of sneakers and adding it to your collection, right?
Now, would you buy a fake rare pair?
You can't, because you don't get the same. You don't get the same feeling.
Well, there you go.
You do not get the same feeling.
Well, there you go.
But it's disappointing and it's upsetting to guys who actually collect, because, for example, I'm gonna say this live. It's like that you get lots of like brands like Travis Scott Jordans that are so rare and so expensive to get, right? When you actually buy, I think a pair of UK 8 size, which are size 8s basically, are going for 40 grand. Right?
Yeah.
Of the mocha ones. And you can get a pair for 40,000 rand from a company, right?
I think that's ridiculous. Let me stop you right there, my friend. Okay. 40,000 rand for shoes. No.
Bro, that's not even expensive compared to the others.
You should start a YouTube page that reviews and goes through sneakers.
No, we can, but...
No, I'm saying you, don't we me.
No, I want you to come in.
Don't we me
so you
on
can
this
be so confused.
Yeah, because really, the amount of knowledge you got on these things is crazy. You must just, and go and be like, yo, bro, check out, just cop these.
There's a lot of people doing that.
Just cop these Miles Morales. I'm putting them on ice.
The Nelson Mandela 5s.
You see now.
You know what I mean?
So you need to do that stuff. Well, flip. You see,
but I'm just saying, right?
Yeah.
So you're going to go take 40 grand and buy that pair, right? And you're going to come home and you're going to be thrilled. You're going to go do your review. Hey, guys, this is a Travis Scott, low, mocha, one of the rarest shoes ever, right?
Yeah.
And then you're going to go to Florida Road and there's a bra wearing an Echo top and the same pair.
What is
Now, how do you feel?
What's an echo top?
No,
bro?
I'm just saying, you know that the combos don't correlate, bro. This man's not weird. It's not real. You know what I mean?
You see now.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's upsetting. That's what I'm saying. Because
It's
you lose
disrespect.
You lose that thing. Like, yo, I've copped this thing finally. You know what I mean? It's like in the sneakers game.
Yeah.
Yeah, you win raffles. You know how hard it is to win a... Like last night, you sat up till 12. I'm just saying to try and get the PS5.
It's the same man.
thing.
The F&B app.
This guy gave up his sleep.
Come on.
For PS5.
So F&B had this thing, 185.
PS5.
It was 185 years old.
Yeah.
And it was... Yeah, so they were celebrating their 185.
Yeah.
And they had this cool Black Friday deal on some of their stuff, like PlayStation, a PS5, iPad, you know, phone. And it was 185 Rand a month for 36 months.
That's 6 grand.
For
Less than 6
PS5.
grand. That's free.
That's a 7 grand saving.
That's free.
So now Oaks were like, all right, cool. I was there in the
so
evening.
exactly, how much does it actually cost, bro?
I don't know.
Because if you're going to
man.
sell this thing
I
for
don't
6
know.
grand.
Yeah. Anyway, I didn't get the PS5.
Oh, you lost.
Yeah, no, because the site was down. It was down. Hey, but they went for F&B on Twitter.
Did they?
Yo, some guys were so pissed. And then the other guys were, some guys were like showing that they got the purchase. So now, for me, I'm like, yo, I'm so angry. I wonder how many people are also in my same boat.
Yeah.
I checked. There were a lot. But then I was also like, oh, okay, so someone actually did get.
Yeah.
So there were guys who got, bro.
Who got it?
Hey, yeah, man.
But admit what you just said now, I do often, and I think lots of other millennials do it,
Yeah.
is go to Twitter to confirm things.
Yeah.
Like
You gotta go.
They're like,
you gotta
oh my
go.
gosh, did you hear that someone died? You're like, no.
Check
Twitter.
Twitter.
Hey? They're manipulating the rand. Twitter.
Stage 6 load shedding. I was like, what?
Twitter.
Let me check. Oh man, we're on stage 6.
Twitter's now X though.
Yeah. X,
But
whatever.
what's the difference?
Whatever.
What is the difference? Has it changed a lot?
No, I don't know.
Same thing.
Yeah, it's just a logo.
but
It's just a logo.
same concept.
Yeah, but there's always these rumors of Elon Musk wanting to do stuff now, making Oaks pay for this and pay for that.
Who do you think Elon Musk's Teslas would work in South Africa? The ones that travel by themselves. Surely, have you seen them in Dubai?
Drive by themselves.
Have you seen those ones in Dubai? Also,
Yeah.
like on their laptops, this thing's just going.
Unfortunately, we don't have the facilities for that, big man. we don't have the facilities.
Imagine being on the highway here
don't
with the
have the
taxis,
facilities, bro.
Taxis with the
Yeah.
car going by itself.
There's a certain type of technology that the Teslas
Cannot.
have got to get right if they want to be in South Africa, and that's the quantum.
The quantum.
Ikumbi.
For sure.
There is
For sure.
no way. You know how many times it
Tesla
would break?
cannot come to South Africa.
Imagine all the violations the cameras are seeing. They'll be like, oh my god.
Not even the violations. Imagine the aunties seeing a Tesla driving past with no driver.
Oh my, they'll jump out.
That's
They'll
witchcraft.
jump out. Electric is different. An electric
Electric's
vehicle is
different
different.
to Tesla
We're talking about the
self-drive, bro.
Tesla self-drive, bro.
That thing
Imagine.
can come pick you up.
What about the potholes? Because
Wait,
imagine, bro.
where you gonna charge an electric car in South Africa? You get home, you just got home. You're like, sure, I need to charge. Put in.
Okay,
Load
but to
shedding.
be honest,
Now?
those who can afford the electric car, they can afford the inverters.
Yeah, but now what happens if it becomes more of a thing where everyone's got electric cars?
So there, I want to
Because there's
ask
cheaper ones.
I want to ask you about that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you also like cars.
Yeah,
the
sure.
nice ones.
Yeah.
If you're a petrol head,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
You used to the sound of a Ferrari.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. The other day, I was walking on the road with my kid, and I just heard a car coming, but it was like, I'm like, what the hell is that? I turn around, it's an X3, bro.
Yeah, the electronic ones.
It's an electronic
Those
BMW X3.
cars are unreal, bro.
But I'm like, I didn't even hear you.
They've got crystal. You know the thing that you press for the windows to open?
Yeah.
They're made of crystal in those cars. It's a crystal, bro.
Bro, and I'm like, I didn't even hear this thing.
Yeah.
So you look
And it
at
goes
it, you're like, okay, that's cool. But then at the same time, you're like, hey, but don't you miss the You know,
You can't.
How quiet will Mhlanga be now if it's electronic?
Indian guys are not buying that thing. Indian guys are not buying that thing.
Bro, have you seen what they do with the Corollas?
You can't put a downpipe on an electronic
Exactly.
car. We want something that you can hear.
Exactly.
I'm here.
So now you're kind of like, hey, bro, that's not South African.
No.
I don't know.
No.
So
It's not going to work.
again, that's a vegan game. That's plant-based.
That's plant-based.
That's a plant-based.
Electronic cars, plant-based.
You see, electronic
There you go.
cars, vaping, plant-based.
Electronics.
You see. So,
But
hey,
that will never work in a brown society, bro. What was that guy? What was his race? Driving the electronic.
He was I think he was a Muslim guy.
Oh, hey.
Yes. It's
Low key.
yeah, but you
Low key.
bro. Yeah, it was.
But he's
it was,
got frappas at home, for sure.
must have.
You can't
But
be out here.
Also, just imagine your old Dodge 60, your Dodge 1960s.
Yeah.
You know, come on, bro. That Vin Diesel car.
No.
Imagine that electric.
No. That's not going to work. Would you buy one though?
But it's messing up the global warming. They'll say
Really?
the guys.
Okay, let me tell you another theory, right?
Okay.
When we were kids, right?
Yeah.
When we were kids, everyone knows this is a fact. Fact. Stop wasting paper.
Yeah.
The trees are being burnt. The environment is going to crack. The
Yes.
world's going to come to an end.
How's that accent,
Save
though?
paper.
Whose accent is that?
The same people who saying Zuma must fall.
Okay, those guys, yeah,
those
yeah,
are
yeah.
our onderwijzers at school. You're froze.
The underfaces.
You know?
Yeah.
Save paper. Right? So now you're boycotting paper when you're a kid. You were plastics, boy.
Yes.
Sucking plastic straws like it's going out of fashion. 2020. We're sucking paper straws.
Okay.
Where's that plastic? Now we boycotting plastic.
I'm getting you. Save paper because of the trees.
Yes.
But we're sucking paper straws. But what are they made from? The paper
Everybody's everyone's going plastic-less now. Like, look at all the
Yes.
stores. They're like, we don't do plastics. We only do paper. Right?
Yes.
But 20 years ago when we were kids,
Okay.
we were saving paper.
We were saving paper, but isn't
Now
it?
we are abusing paper.
But can you not recycle that? I don't know. What is it made from? Does it come from the trees?
I just think it has to do with economic interest because this is not making sense.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And also, Woolies, bro, right?
yeah.
Woolies you going to Woolies? They're like, no, we don't have plastics. We're saving the world. Everything's made in plastic there, bro.
Oh, true.
Everything, bro.
All the stuff you put, those punnets and all of that you put
That's
in your
plastic.
Woolies 50 Rand
That's
bag
plastic.
is plastic.
Now I'm paying 8 Rand for a black bag every single time I go there. And it's such a trick because I'm the type of guy who always forgets the black bags at home.
Same.
They know.
They know.
And when you get to the till, you're like, hey, okay.
Dude, what kind of world are we living in?
Yeah, bro, I just want a plastic. Because at ShopRite, when they say, what are they going to say?
Plastic.
Bag. Bag. I just want a plastic.
So what kind of world are we living in if that's the case? There's a lot of contradictory.
It changes to the interests of
those.
those who are in power. If you've got a company that does paper, now we're doing paper. If you've got a company now that does plastic, we're doing plastic. That's the way we're gonna go.
Flipper.
But it's true. Do you remember as kids?
You're
they would
right.
Save the world by not, Mondi and Road or whatever, all going on that big chat. Now we sucking. Bro, I hate paper straws because you put that thing in your drink,
which is plastic.
The drink's plastic.
Yes.
You're putting a paper straw in.
Yes.
At Kwai even.
Yes.
Plastic.
Hey,
now you're sucking a smoothie. The straw is also disintegrating.
Now everything is going down your system.
Now you're eating cardboard.
Yo, I have a fight with those guys at Starbucks, eh?
And then there's some restaurants that are giving you pasta straws, bro. Have you seen that?
Oh, yes.
You know why people are creative, boy? Why people are so creative? Now I've got a pasta stick in a Coca-Cola.
Yeah, I've seen
now
that.
Now it's like Italian Coke. But I'm like, I just want normal plastic.
It's Coca-Cola. But that's not bad, eh? That's
the pasta.
Better. The pasta straw is better than the plastic.
I don't know about
straw.
putting a pasta inside my straw. And they do it so... we've got a great way of just... Pasta straw.
My only problem with the pasta straw is that you got to open your mouth a little bit wider, which just feels wrong.
It does. As a guy, you just...
Yeah, because it's normally a straw. Like now you got to,
What about being a guy eating a banana in public?
I always say don't make eye contact. Don't make eye contact.
I've seen another guy who takes it and breaks it and shakes it and just throws it. Have you seen that? Have you seen that?
No.
That's the way you got to do certain things as a guy.
No, bro.
You can't be weak.
How do you eat a banana? I open everything.
Yeah.
Chuck the peel. I chuck the peel away.
Oh,
and I hold the thing.
You raw it, boy.
Yeah, I raw dog it.
You raw
dog it because.
So you're holding the actual.
Yeah,
flesh.
but I'm not holding it like that, bro. Because the thing with the banana is I wanna eat it quickly. I don't want trouble. I don't want stories. I open it up and then I just go break it in half. The one's gone. The whole half is gone.
Yeah.
And then my other half is also gone. Boom.
Oh, so you go whole thing down your throat.
Whole half. It's in my mouth. I'm not holding anything when I'm eating it. I'm just going straight in. Straight in, boy.
I saw another meme that said the youth of today will throw away a piece of, the piece of the banana that gets soft. It gets like another color.
Yes.
The youth of today would rather throw this away, but they'd be sucking anyone's dick. Have you seen that?
I haven't seen that meme, bro. I haven't seen that meme.
Because think about it, how you take off like a rotten piece of banana and throw it away, but
everything is, bro. Everything is just contradictory.
But there's a lot of things that have changed, bro. Like, think about it. When we were kids, right?
Yeah.
I ate everything as a kid. I'm talking fish fingers with Coca-Cola, deep fried with bread.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Kids of today are gluten intolerant, lactose intolerant.
Oh, yeah. You got to watch what you eat now. You got to watch what you eat.
It doesn't make sense. And you know how expensive that stuff is. Why?
All I want to know is where does it come from? Because surely there was none of that in the previous years. So how do they manage that?
That's what I'm saying. And how did people develop these products? Because
I don't know.
Okay, your mom and dad.
Yeah.
Are they gluten free?
No, they're not.
Are they lactose free?
They're not.
They're just going there. Albany, we here.
Yeah, but I do know that when I used to eat a lot of white bread, I used to get constipated.
That's because you went to a white school, bro.
Because
it becomes part of it.
Yeah, I used to get constipation from the white bread, but I was cool with the brown bread. But people who are listening to this are probably eating. So let me just stop right there. But yeah, that used to be a thing. And then I was like, now I can have white bread and everything's good,
That's what I'm saying. But think about how times have changed, because even these restaurants nowadays, bro, the moment you see gluten-free or whatever, you're like, oh, it's healthy, I'm going to chow.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm going to chow.
Yeah.
But the sugar is more than the Coca-Cola.
That's the problem, the sugar.
Even the smoothies, boy. Don't get caught with that smoothie shit.
Dude, scan the thing on your MyFitnessPal app.
You see what it says? This is over your fat intake for the day. You're like, what are they putting in here?
Yeah, but hey, you don't want to live that lifestyle. Bruce, segue.
Yeah.
Trevor Noah.
He's got a podcast.
Got a cool podcast now.
Yeah, Dwayne Johnson, The Rock.
There's one thing we did before Trevor Noah, which was start a podcast, so I'm stoked about that. But hey, he's obviously he's surpassed us in terms of his numbers. But what do you think? Who's he had now? He's had Dwayne.
I only watched the one with Dwayne.
Okay.
I don't know. Was there a second?
I'm not sure if he's had a second one now in our time.
Kevin Hart was on Impulsive. And he said The Rock is probably the worst guest to have on a podcast.
Why?
Firstly, he's unnecessarily big. So you're going to have to plan for that. But if we could get any guest on the pod, who would be your guest that you would like to have on this couch? Let's say within our border here.
Okay, but I'm sure didn't we chat about this?
In our border though. Did we? Did we chat about this?
I don't know. In our border.
Well, I think we chatted about it when we just started.
Yes.
Let's refresh, because I'm sure things have changed since then.
So if we could get any guests on our show, or not even including the ones we got now.
In South Africa. We'll call them out. I'm sure they'll hop on eventually. Trevor.
Well, Trevor, but he's international.
Yeah, but he's ours.
Okay.
He belongs to us.
He'd be cool to have.
He'd be an amazing guest.
Yeah, he'd be very cool to have.
Yeah,
but I wonder what the angle is now that he's going podcast, because a lot of guys are going podcast route now as well.
Lots of people are
left the Daily Show and he's going there now. And it's only Spotify, hey?
Spotify.
Yo. And hey, bro, we're getting a lot of questions about Spotify.
We are getting a lot of questions about
Spotify. What are we waiting for? Okay. So we need to sort that out before the end of the year.
So can we say there's a date where we'll launch on Spotify?
Oh, bro, you wanna commit so quickly? I'm saying I think we should just make sure that we've had everything set up by the end of the year, so that we can.
By the end of the year, we should launch.
Yeah. I mean,
that's reasonable.
Yeah.
So you still haven't answered. I said Trevor. No, who would you bring? I know you like Housewives of Durban.
Oh yeah, so yeah, Nonku and Jojo. No, but hey, I wanna bring Cyrilius. Cyrilius from Aposaurus.
You think he'd come on?
I don't know if he would come on, but I'd love to chat to him because, bro, I think being a president is a difficult job.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. There's no ways. Imagine the amount of responsibility,
dude,
there is on your shoulders.
Remember how tired he always looked when it was COVID, bro? I felt for the guy. So love him or hate him, I would love to just
because he's an amazing businessman as well.
Yeah, he is.
Really good.
I want to chat to him about the role that he's in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we all sit in different jobs and be like, hey, flip, this job is difficult.
Stressful.
And if you had to be the CEO, you'd be like, hey, this would be flipping hard.
Yeah.
But if you're now looking after the country and you go on Facebook and people are always saying, hey, he must go, he must go.
Then there's trouble.
And to be honest, I think the way this country is set up, any president, anybody
would struggle.
Anybody that is voted on, you'll see a copy and paste of those comments.
That's what I
time's up, gotta go.
I really don't like even on my social media or any social, not mine as much as the page, obviously. But I like comments and interaction, and negative comments are always welcome. But if they're not constructive, then what is your purpose of making it? In my opinion, I'm just asking.
I know.
What is your, if I'm going to get on a page and I'm upset at what's going on, I'll say I'm upset because X, Y, Z. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
I feel like it must be constructive.
The feedback must be constructive.
Yes.
But I can tell you why, bro.
Why?
Why do people... why are there always so many negative comments that are like ruthless, brutal?
Yeah.
I thought about it the other day. The reason why is because that person making that comment is angry that they are not doing what you're doing.
Okay, let me ask you, and let me load now.
Yeah.
Do you think that person making the negative comment would be able to make that comment to you, to your face?
To my face? Absolutely not.
You think?
No, I don't think so.
I think keyboard warrior.
I don't think so. But
keyboard,
that's the thing.
Some hard
but guys are angry that you're doing something that they wanted to do.
Sure.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Because we can criticize, bro. Yeah, everybody can criticize.
Yeah, sure.
But you think you'll be like, until you start, it's a different story. You should be supportive.
Yeah.
So if they had their own podcast, I can guarantee you they would never say those kinds of things the way they say it, for example.
Yeah.
But if they did, they would have proper feedback.
Yeah.
So they're not doing what you're doing, and they want to do what you do.
It's so nice when it's negative and it's like, you guys need to work on sound lights, or then you can say like, okay, I understand. But now if you're loading it with hate, now I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, but hey, bro, I'm telling you, just ignore those ones. Focus on the guys who are trying to help us.
I just wanted to know, like, what would do you think that person would have the ability to come up to you and say, chucks you shit?
Nah. And if they did, that would be a brave person, you know what I mean?
Oh, you'd rock.
No, I don't fight. I don't fight. I don't
fight.
Fight.
The way you said that, you'd rock.
No, I don't
you'd
fight.
Rock.
I'm just saying there would be a brave person, so you'd have to appreciate them.
Yeah.
To that extent.
So what exciting stuff do we have coming up?
We don't like revealing guests too early.
We don't.
But we have been, we've been fortunate.
Yeah, there's been some amazing guests.
So we know that. So there's some, and if we think we've hit some awesome guests now, imagine what's coming up.
Sure.
So yeah, that's the exciting part. Obviously, December, I've been saying this, we need to start vlogging, bro.
No, you've been...
The guys need to see, because we always talking about supporting Ryan Moon, Kerry Miller, all those guys.
Mentions Ryan Moon every single
but
episode.
what I'm trying to say is we need to go and flip and go to the stadium and watch.
No, for sure.
And we need to see, I believe we can do something about Bafana Bafana. They lost the other day.
to Rwanda.
They lost.
How?
I'm back in this conversation, boys. And you guys don't want to believe me. But the guys came at me on the comments. I said, hey, what's happening with the football?
No, really,
what's happening with the footy? We need to sort it out because we're busy watching Barclays.
Prim.
We're busy watching Barclays when our own house is not in order.
Shame. One of our stars, though, playing for Burnley, Lyle Foster.
What happened to Lyle?
Lyle Foster's had some mental struggles. And the club, I read the whole statement, the club and company, the manager, obviously, they said when he did join, he did disclose that he has struggled before with his mental health. And he obviously alerted the club, and he said it was a very swift thing that they sorted, and they said, listen, let's sort it out proper. So he's taking some time off. And he had an explosive start, bro. He started so well. I think he scored like 5 goals in 5 games or 6 games, I think.
I still need more education on mental health. I know we spoke to Donnie the other day because, like...
But imagine being a star, bro.
You know what I mean? It must be tough. I won't lie. It must be tough for Lyle. And I just, you just want to... I just wish I knew, like, how do you help him, number one?
Yeah.
And, like, how does he recover? How does he bounce back?
I think there's help out there, bro.
Yeah, Dele Alli also had the problem.
Dele Alli also had the problems.
Spoon Corsi in rugby.
Yes. Ricky Rick. He struggled.
So I know people say I know they say we got to talk.
Yeah.
But what I'm a doer, bro. What do I do?
Yeah.
Not.
Sometimes you can't do.
Yeah.
Because of the situation.
Maybe you got to talk about it.
As a guy, though, it's very different. And I think guys often want to be doers, and resolve things.
And maybe that's the frustrating part.
Yeah.
Because they feel like they can't. Yeah. Maybe. But like, guys, they've got demons, bro.
Because think about it, in South Africa, hey, I think we're number 1 in the world with suicide rates.
What?
Or something crazy like that. I saw some stat on Twitter, though. It was like, we definitely in the top 10.
Really?
Yeah, suicide rates. But I think a lot of it has to do with the economic conditions, bro. Because as a man, you're a provider. You're the security for the home. And if you can't do one of those 2 things, then you feel like you failed, which is very sad. But think about it. As a man, those are your 2 key roles. You're a provider and you're the security. And if you can't do either one of the 2, right? And they're actually interlinked because as a provider, you become the security for the home. So providing is probably the main one, And as a man in a financial crisis, I think that's the hardest struggle any man could face in their life.
So what...
And in South Africa, it's evident why there's such high rates of suicide.
Yes, okay. But if we then go to Lyle Foster...
Well, he's obviously... He's earning, right?
Yeah.
But his could be different because it's not only that, obviously. But he's one of the many... What about the guys who played soccer with Lyle? From the time they were kids till 18, and they just didn't make the academy, kept trying, didn't make the team. Now they've got no degree. They're not footballers. They had an injury. And they're just getting by day to day, right? And you're seeing your mate playing football, right? Your good mate you played with, and you thought, okay, I was better than this guy at a stage even. I'm just saying hypothetically. Imagine the struggle that man faces,
I would like to get like a psychologist or a therapist on the pod to ask them about this, because
that would be brilliant.
I know, because I feel like sometimes we just throw that word around, mental health, when we actually don't really know what really goes down. What it entails. Like what, because I don't want us to just throw it around and stuff like that, but there is an issue. And I would like to know what we can do about it on a more deeper level,
Oh, the thing that I'm saying about the suicide rates, it's not number 1 in the world. Yes. It was South Africa surpassed New Zealand in suicide rates.
Oh, wow.
And the guy made a joke and it blew up on Twitter. And he said, we've done it again, guys.
We beat New Zealand.
But yeah, I think as a guy, it's much harder. And even just speaking about speaking to a therapist as a topic on its own for every man, you know? But we need to be a generation of guys who are able to speak about things and get things out there. And I think that's what's lovely about our podcast too, is that we address these things. We don't shy away from them. And there's lots of young guys in the comments saying thank you for starting this page where young guys can watch and see and learn from, you know? Quickly, while we're doing this, right?
Yeah.
What would you say to a young guy who's wanting to study something? Because you had this chat with me about like jobs and roles and things like that. Because there's lots of young guys who are watching. Like, what would you say you need to get into? What's the industries, bro?
Sure. You're asking me like I'm the most successful person the world has ever seen. Yeah.
Not yet. Not yet.
Dude.
Because I remember scratching my head.
Yeah.
When I was going to varsity, I was like, yo, what am I doing?
Well, a wise man once told me this. And I hope you're listening, wise man.
Oh, I know what you're saying.
He said to me, the schooling system, and also the whole system was back in the day designed for you to end up working for the government.
Sure. The Matrix.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about this Matrix story, but we don't want our Andrew Tate thing to get banned now.
Oh,
so what I mean is, you said that the schooling system was actually designed for you to end up working for the government in the different sectors, lawyer, doctor, teacher, and stuff like that. So obviously, technology changing the game. There's a lot of stuff you can learn on YouTube, right? There's a lot of stuff you can learn online. So what would I say to a person who's schooling? I would say, first of all, get through grade 1 to matric. Please.
Simple.
That's just first point.
With a bachelor's degree
you need to with a bachelor's pass. But even if you don't, you can still, if you're good with your hands, bro.
Yeah, trade.
Yeah.
Do you know how many people, people think trade is a joke, bro?
Yes. So wait, let me finish my train of thought. Get through it, and then I wouldn't go to varsity. I would go work for somebody. That's what I would do. Go work for somebody. And what I would do is I'll try work for somebody every 4 months, someone different industry. January to April, you work for a retail store. May to, I don't know the maths, August, you work for a small business marketing firm or whatever.
Sure.
And then, I don't know, August to December, if you think you like medicine, you go and see if you can do something in the nursing side. Yeah, I know it's impossible. But that's what I would do. I would just try and go
find something you're passionate about.
Of just working while you figure it out. And then you will see if you need a degree for that thing that you like or not.
Yeah.
Because certain things, financial guys, you need qualifications so that people can trust you and listen to you. That's a different story. But after you've done that, then you will see. That would be my advice. That would be my advice.
Is it?
Cameras are, so that would be my advice over there.
That's good. I would say go do a trade. Bro.
Oh, and work with children. Really? I would say that, yeah.
Okay.
Because it teaches you to be young again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, when you say children, you don't mean like grade 1s.
No. Just even if you can work with kids.
Okay.
Yeah, all kids, all different kids.
I would say learn a trade, bro. Because that's such valuable experience that you learn that you can't take away. Anything electrical related, plumbing. Yeah. People laugh at people who do plumbing, right? I'm just saying, if you're like, what do you do? I'm a plumber. People think, oh, I've got mates who drive Porsches.
He's his own business.
There we go.
And he wakes up when he wants to wake up, and he can charge you an arm and a leg.
That's what I'm saying.
Because you, at the end of the day, you need to take a shit.
Bro, no matter who you are in this world, if you're a surgeon, the president, if you're a buy a kineticist.
You need
if
to
your
flush the
toilet's
toilet.
clogged, you need me.
There's somebody you need.
Simple.
Yes.
Thank you.
On
very
that
much.
note, shedders.
Shedders.
That's what we. That's
You
the
guys
name.
are shedders.
You guys are the shedders. Thank you for the support.
Yo, we appreciate it.
Please,
Yo, please.
continue. There's so much more coming. There's
Like,
some
subscribe.
Yeah.
We need you guys to subscribe and share this page.
There are some exciting stuff, and shout out to all the guys that are giving us that feedback.
Sure.
Thank you. We're
We appreciate
growing.
it.
We're trying our best. And I think in a couple of years' time, we'll be knocking on some doors where we're going to be meeting some more cool people.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is exciting. So guys, watch the space. A lot's coming your way.
Yeah, give me all your attention. One time for the misfits. Through the doors open on the highway, I promise you don't want to miss this.